Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We're gonna jump right in. I'm picking up the Mehron Paradise AQ palette, and I'm picking up that white. I'm using a brush from Makeup Forever. It's kind of like a paint-on brush, and I'm just kind of doing this face so that I can get those like wrinkles on my foreheads, because it's one on my foreheads. How many of them do I have on my forehead? If it's one thing about this look that I gotta tell you guys, it's that it is a messy look. So I'm kind of just making faces as I'm applying the white all over my face. Then I'm picking up from my Makeup Forever 12 Flash Color Case palette, whatever you want to call it. I'm picking up the blue, and I'm kind of just doing a triangle shape right on top of my eyebrow on both sides. You can take your time with this. Again, it is a messy look, so just continue kind of making it messy, like you know what you're doing, but at the same time you kind of want to make it messy, because that's kind of like the vibes that I got from the movie. So then I'm doing that to the bottom of the eye, right under my eye, should I say. I'm really, for the triangle under my eye, I'm kind of making it a little bit longer. I kind of wanted them to look like little sad triangles. So you see, I'm kind of like just bringing that down a little bit to make them look like a little clown tears. Next, I'm picking up Playground and Cola, and these shades are from the James Charles Morphe palette, and I'm just intensifying that blue with it. I'm actually picking up Cola, and then I'm kind of buffing it out with Playground. Playground is more of like a turquoise bluish. Then I'm picking up the red from the Makeup Forever Flash palette, and I'm just using a cream on top of the water paint here. It was just easier for me. And I'm using my bedazzling brush to kind of create these little eyebrows. So the eyebrows are basically kind of like, I kind of made them a little square in the front, and then just kind of flick them out. Again, they do not have to be perfect. Stay with the messy look. Go with the messy, crazy clown look. Here, I'm going to be starting with the mouth portion of this. So I'm just picking up that same red cream paint from the Makeup Forever palette, and I'm just doing a line first right on top of my top lip, and I'm just dragging that out, and then I'm doing a line under my bottom lip, very close to my chin. I wanted to do like a big smile like he has in the movie. So after I outlined that, I shaded in with the same red cream paint. After I shade it in with the cream paint, I do go ahead and I set it with the red shade from the James Charles palette, and it is called You're Kidding. And that intensifies the red, and it also sets it so that that cream doesn't move anywhere. Next, I'm picking up the green. I'm actually mixing the light green, the Amazon green, and the dark green all here for my hair. I started off with the light green and then I just kind of darkened it up with the other greens. And that's basically what I put in my hair. I kind of just put it in the front section just to give me that Joker hair color. And here I'm picking up, it's actually a white eyeliner from MAC. It's called, I think, Fascinating. And I'm just outlining my outfit. Since I didn't have an outfit, I was like, you know what? Why don't I try doing a little body paint moment? And yeah, I just have a picture that I keep looking at. Make sure you guys use a reference picture, because if you do try to recreate this look, because you have to go back and look at it, especially if you want to outline. And I feel like using a white eyeliner was the best way to go, just because I kept messing up. So I wanted to kind of not stain myself since I was going to be using all these different colors. And the best way to go about it is with a white pencil, because you can paint right over it, or you can just remove it with a wipe and it's like it never happened. So I started off with just the collar, and then I went with the shirt, the vest, and then the outside. Again, I just did line work here, and then I just started filling it in. That's when you really get to see it come alive. So I'm picking up that green from the Mehron Paradise AQ palette, and this is the light green that I'm using. And yeah, I don't know why I'm using such a small brush. I definitely could have used a bigger brush, but I don't know. So here I'm just basically filling in the collar with this green, and then I reference back to the picture just so I can see more or less the colors that we used in his clothing. So I just kind of just mixed colors together to try to get as close to what I saw in the photo reference. So here I'm picking up, again, that whole yellow part with a small brush, I definitely could have used a bigger brush. I realized that halfway through, and I picked up this brush is a bit bigger, but I definitely could have got even bigger. I feel like to outline, you can definitely use a small brush, but it's best to like fill in with a bigger brush. And here I'm just basically going over that white line that I created with the yellow. And the thing that I realized about like the water paints is that they're very streaky, and I do go over it later on again, but here it looks very streaky. And also with the shading, it won't be as streaky. Then I'm picking up the red, and it's actually the dark red from the Mehron Paradise AQ palette, and I'm just coloring in the jacket portion, his little blazer. Next, I am picking up a brown shade. This is actually the shade from the James Charles palette. It's a dark reddish brown, and it is called Boutique. I'm just using that to go over all of those white lines. So here I'm just basically doing some shading and some highlighting. You'll see I start putting in the detailings in the shirt, and I do that using the white cream paint. So basically it's just shading and highlighting now. Here I'm using a black eyeliner. This is NYX's matte liquid liner. And again, I'm just using that to outline and shade in the areas of the shirt. Referencing back to the photo that I was looking at, or a couple of different photos actually. I looked at so many different photos, things I found on Pinterest, things I found on everywhere, Instagram. And I just started doing these little circles and these little squiggly lines, and it's just kind of brought that shirt to life. The cool thing is that these cream paints on top of the water paints are perfect. They're so easy to work with when mixed together. And here I'm picking up a black eyeshadow and I'm just, again, shading that in, creating some depth. And then I went back into my face just because I thought that it was not messy enough. And I just picked up again that red, making myself a little messier. And that completes my look, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, you guys, don't forget to subscribe and like and let me know what you think down below.
When you bring me out, can you introduce me as Joker?